And quite frankly, I was nervous of a haircut, period. Hi friends, it's Mary, and I wanted to stop by today and tell you a little story about our experience having our little girl's haircut for the first time at Disney World. I personally know that when we were considering it, I wanted to know, was this really a worthwhile experience? And was it worth the money? And not only the money, but the time in our vacation to take time out to prepare to go for this experience that they offer. And so I wanted to give you our experience so that you can make an educated decision on if it's a good option for your family. So, for those of you who don't know, Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida offers a first haircut experience for little kids who are visiting Walt Disney World and ready for their first haircut. And what that haircut includes is you get your first haircut, all sorts of stickers, a snippet of their hair, which actually I have right here. And you'll see some of the stickers that they share. She had some left over, so those are some of the stickers we have left. Pixie dust. There's a lot of pixie dust in this little pouch with her hair, and then also a set of mouse ears that you get, and it says "My First Haircut." So cute. So that is all included in the, oh, and you also get a certificate, which I'll insert a picture of here, saying that they had their first haircut at Disney World. I had previously not heard about this experience. One of my uncles was planning a trip with some other people as well, and my husband and I, and my little girl Mud Pie, who at the time of the trip was 1 year and 5 months old. We were going along and really excited about the trip. We went for a week. So I didn't have a lot to do with the planning. My uncle is a big Disney fan, and so everyone else who went with us besides us were Disney experts. And so we didn't really have anything to do with the planning. We were like, that is even better. You tell us where we're going and what we're going to do. And so I didn't have a lot to do with the planning at all, other than saying, hey, we're going to go, and here are a few of our highlights that we would like to hit. But honestly, we had no expectations for this trip because we were taking almost 1.5 year old, and my husband and I, we were not sure if that was a good idea or not. So we were a little nervous about the whole trip. And just a side note, it was a wonderful, wonderful time to take our little girl. And maybe I'll do another video about that and why I think that was a really good age to take her. Let me know in the comments below if that would be something that would interest you. We were talking about our trip with some friends outside of the trip who are also huge Disney fans, and one of the friends said, hey, well, are you going to get her haircut there? And I was like, well, first off, I wasn't planning on getting her haircut anytime soon, because, I mean, she did have a substantial amount of hair, but it just wasn't something I thought would work well for my spirited little gal. having shears next to her head did not seem like a lot of fun for us. So I did not have a haircut on the horizon, and I did not know that Disney did haircuts at all. So she told me a little bit about it, and I was just like, probably not this time. But curiosity got the best of me, and I found myself Googling Disney and haircuts because I am all about a scrapbooking opportunity and a special memory. So I looked into it and researched it a little, and I quickly thought, wow, what a way to make that like a little special moment. So since we were not the only ones going on this trip, and we were not going to be the only ones in the Magic Kingdom on the day, I quickly sent off a note, and everyone came back and said, oh yes, please try to get a reservation to see if this is possible for her. We would love to see it. And so I was excited, and I made a call to Disney. Was on hold for a very long time, which I assume is probably normal for Disney. But I talked to a very nice gentleman who was able to reserve me a spot on the day that we were happened to be in the Magic Kingdom scheduled to go. And he also let me know that since our package included, I believe it's called the Memory Keepers, I'll have to look, but where they take pictures of you and then you get all of the pictures later. they had included that on our package as part of the plan because it was going to be our little girl's first time in Disney, and they wanted us to have those memories. And also, it's fun for everybody involved. That is also a great experience. If you'd like to know more about our picture experience, and if that's worth it, let me know in the comments below. Let me know that since we did have the Memory Keeper experience as part of our package, that if I let the barbershop know once we signed in, they would call a photographer over to document the experience, which took me like over the edge of being sold on the experience, because not only would I have the special memory with my little girl, but I wouldn't have to stress so if we got good pictures, because there would be a professional photographer there, which is even more exciting. I was nervous, to say the least. Not only, to take time out of our day at the park and to plan off that time. This was going to be our third day in the parks. We started at Animal Kingdom, we went to Hollywood Studios, and then we were going to be going to Magic Kingdom. I did not know how our nap schedule was going to go. I did not know how she was going to be. And quite frankly, I was nervous of a haircut, period, even if we were at home in our normal setting. So I was like, okay, I'm not sure how this is going to go. But I figured it was worth a chance, and I made sure everyone knew that was with us. We did not know how this was going to go. So the day came, and she had not been napping all that great during the week. There's a lot of fun stuff to do at Disney, and quite frankly, napping is not one of them from a 1-year-old's perspective, understandably so. So it wasn't a crabby morning by any means, but it was definitely not our most pleasant morning. And I was like, oh no, because we were scheduled, I think, at 1 o'clock, which at that point in our toddler schedule was typically our nap time, but it wasn't going to be this time. We had planned time away from the park each day, my husband, myself, and our little girl, to try to get a nap, and it just really, naps did not happen during that time. So we had planned some time before that. We decided to skip her nap time and just hope for the best, I believe. And about an hour before she was set to go get her haircut, she fell asleep in the stroller, and we were like, okay, this could really go either way, because we're going to have to wake her up for the haircut, and that can sometimes be dangerous with our little girl. So even up until the moment we went in, I was like, I just don't know about this. Like, this could be really terrible. But I figured we'd have fun pictures, whether she was screaming at us or, happy about it. And so we got in, we signed in, they said it would be a few moments. And so we let her sleep the entire time. I let them know about the photographer, and they said that they would get someone. When they came out to get us, we woke her up, and we went in. We met our barber, who was just so, so sweet. And she was really, really lovely. I'll try to put her name in the comments below, because I don't have it with me. But she did, not only did she sign her certificate, but she also signed, we had a book that we had all of the characters sign, which is another great idea. I actually got that idea from Di from Being Mommy with Style, and it is just a fantastic idea. If you'd like to know more about that as a souvenir, let me know in the comments below. But basically, we had her sign one of the covers because it was such a part of our Disney experience, and she was just such a lovely person. You could tell that she was very good at what she did, and I'm sure cutting a little kid's hair for the first time is not always an easy thing. So right away, we sat her on the booster seat, and she's like, here, Mommy, stay close. Here's a toy for you. And she gave me a little spinning princess toy. And right away, started slapping stickers on the girl. So cute. She just covered her in Mickey stickers. And my daughter's just kind of looking down like, okay, I can handle this, because she loved some stickers at that age. And as soon as she was distracted, she started trimming, and she'd asked me what I liked, and I just said basically a trim was all we wanted. We just wanted that first haircut experience, and to just sort of even up the ends. And so she went trimming away. She knew exactly what she was doing. My little gal, my little mud pie, did great during the haircut. I don't remember her having any issues. She sprayed the hair a little bit, and she giggled, and overall, she trimmed up all around her. I helped keep her entertained with the toy, and really, it was a really great experience. The photographer was catching stuff along the way. It was over pretty quickly, as first haircuts I assume are, but it was a really great, quick first haircut, and she did great with it. So I'm very, I'm hoping that that is a good trend. We haven't got another haircut for her yet. This was in April of 2016, and we have not gotten her another haircut yet. But it was a really cute haircut, and like I said, I'm hoping it stays that way for future haircuts. When they gave her the little hat, she was not too sure about that. Unfortunately, now she loves it. She picks it up. I keep it in her room. She'll pick it up before bedtime, and she'll wear it around and things like that, and she loves it. She'll even wear it for like a whole day. But then she was not too happy about it, so we were trying to get a couple pictures with that, and got a couple of cute ones. She wasn't a big fan of the hat, but I liked having that as a pair of ears for her, because I wasn't really going to buy her ears because she was so little, but this is, a little souvenir keepsake of a special moment in her life as well. So we actually, her Duffy Bear wore it for quite a while before she got into it herself. So cute. But overall, it was a fantastic experience, and getting the pictures back and getting to see, the look he captured in her face, the smiles, those moments and things like that. And it was just such a special time. And so I would absolutely recommend that if you are able to get your kid's haircut for the first time in Walt Disney World, that you definitely take a moment out of your vacation and have that experience, do the extra investment. It was just a wonderful experience there. The people were so kind, and having the photographs of it was extra special to me. And we also took a video with our little handheld camera, and that was fun to have as well. And the people who were with us loved seeing her and seeing her reactions and things like that. Overall, it didn't take a huge amount of time. I think probably about a half hour out of our trip, but of course you have to plan time from other areas in the park and planning that time out as well. But it was just such a special experience. If you're on the fence about should you do the first haircut experience, I would definitely suggest doing that for your little one. It was such a fun experience and such a good experience for us as parents, and then also a great experience for a first haircut for her. Like I said, I was nervous about her. I did not necessarily think that she was going to do well with it, given her temperament and how she is about sitting down and things like that. She likes to be up and playing, and she likes to be in control, but she did great with it because there was a great barber cutting her hair for the first time. If you'd like to know anything else about our trip or anything else about the first haircut experience, please let me know in the comments below, and I'd be happy to share our experience and hopefully help you as you plan your future Walt Disney World experiences. If you're not already subscribed, please click that subscribe button below so that you'll see future videos from me about what we're learning along our way. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.